Spirit light body, y'all. What it is, man? What's going on, y'all? All right, wholeness, man. Been a while, y'all. I'm forward though. Okay. What is spirituality? We always hear people talk about, oh, well, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I ain't religious. I'm spiritual, but I'm spiritual religiously, meaning that I'm consistent with my spirituality, my advancement of my consciousness, my advancement of myself, the advancement of taking in the knowledge of self, understanding how to properly eat, understanding how to exercise yourself, understanding how to go through these cleanses, understanding how to go through this yoga every day. And it's just been an amazing journey. It really has, man. I mean, for me, it's been years, like, man, when I was in 8th grade, most children, whatever they was outside doing, whatever, I don't know, but I was upstairs reading my Bible, my mom would tell you. So I've just always, even like when I was in 1st grade and my teacher asked everybody what they wanted to be, I told her I wanted to be a preacher. I ended up figuring out that that wasn't for any religious faction, that was just for the truth, even if it's just my truth, right? So understanding spirituality, being spiritual, there's a unseen world that pervades everything here. And when you tap into yourself, you can tap into it because you are a spirit, right? It's like people kind of question, like, whether spirits are official, they're real, they're around or not, or whatever, right? But you got to think about it. The wind is here. You can't see the wind, but you can feel it, so you know it's there. So some of us can perceive what some folks would say is like extrasensory perception, right? Where they say ESP. And really that's just being a sensitive, right? I've always been an empath, so I can feel other people's emotions. So that's a spiritual power, whether you believe it or not. Being able to lucid dream, control your dreams, that's a spiritual power. I won't say that, I won't lie and say that, oh yeah, I'm doing lucid dreaming every night. But I've been able to control my dreams, and they were very vivid at one point when I was young. These days, a lot of the times, I remember bits and pieces, and then it'll be so real and so vivid, and I wake up and it'll slip. But I tell you what, I've got very good at sitting down and meditating, and I can get into that same plane. And especially sometimes, man, when I'm just chilled and relaxed, I'm not super tired, and at night, and I sit down and just relax in a meditative position, I can get right out the body and go right into the astral plane and just, boom, pull up the whole world, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the mountain, flying over the trees in the bird's eye view, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, when you start getting in tune with yourself, man, in tune with the spirit, you see what I'm saying? Not only does it strengthen inside of you, but it also strengthens outside of you. You can see flaws in others. You can see the flaws in yourself. You start to catch the thought patterns and the behavior patterns, and then you start to question, like, well, dang, I know every time the moon is full, like, you get into that mood where, you want to procreate a little more, right? So, okay, the moon influences you. Go watch Yaki Awaken's channel. He'll tell you about how the sun influences you. If you think it doesn't, you're crazy. So the sun's influencing you. So we got all these external influences, right? And they're powerful. Then surely there's other unseen things going on here, just like this wind, right? So this gets deep because then you have to say, well, all these ancient traditions knew about these spirits. The jinn, Zarin, so many different names in Tibet, the natives. I mean, all of the ancient cultures knew that certain things you just don't do, certain things you do to ward off these negative and evil spirits. And this is a very real thing. And so the more you start to get into this, you'll start to see that, wow, like this unseen spiritual world around me is very real, and I am influenced by it, regardless of whether you want to be or not. And unfortunately for a lot of us, it's causing a lot of dissension. You see a lot of fighting, see a lot of arguing, and that's what these entities, these discarnate souls that can no longer inhabit a physical body, because when they was here, they was playing around, they was clowning around, they wasn't worried about their spiritual advancement, they wasn't worried about whether they had a soul or not, they weren't worried about advancing themselves. See what I'm saying? This gets into this, and it's very deep. What's wrong, buddy?
I'm coming down.
Okay, it's okay. I'm coming. I'll be right there. Tell Mama I'll be right there, okay?
Okay.
All right. And so, yeah, y'all, so this stuff, it gets very deep, man. Like I was saying, like, you're not taking the advancement of your soul. You don't even think you have a soul. Like, man, I'm telling you, man, like, yo, you're already in the hands. And, like, and see, you have to understand that there's classes, like, when you study even, like, the magicians and mages, things of that, in the occult, they know that there's different levels of spirits. There's some that's real small and weak, and there's some that's huge and vast. And so, the biggest part about all this is I don't want to get you wrapped up in the external thinking all this stuff is outside. It's inside. So that's why you need to get in control of the inner verse, because when you're in control of your inner verse and you're in tune with yourself, your mind, body, and soul is linked up, and yoga helps you do that. That's why I've been telling you guys to practice it. I promote that. I got a playlist channel where you can go do the same videos that I do. You see what I'm saying? And advance yourself. And I encourage you to step outside of those and find something. Hey, maybe come share some with me, and I'll come try some of your routines that you send me, whatever. But again, it's just about advancing yourself spiritually. And see, I've been doing this before this existence now. It might sound weird to some of y'all out there, but when you're able to get on the spiritual plane and you're able to see outside of time, oh, you didn't even know it was a place outside of time. Yeah, see, it's a lot of stuff that they didn't educate us about in these school systems. You start studying electromagnetism, you start studying the frequencies, you start studying the body, you study how the inner verse works, like your internal organs, like how they work. You see what I'm saying? And then you study yourself and you get to know yourself. You can see when, hey, hold on, man, what the heck was that? Like, why was I even thinking like that? Like, why would I have a thought like that? Spirits come to you as a thought. It doesn't walk up as a little pale outline of a man. It's through the thoughts. But we'll touch on this again in the future. If y'all want to hear more about this, man, I'll go into more about the spirits, man. Spirit, light body, y'all, over and out, man. Wholeness, y'all, till I come forward, man. Remember, there was always a solution before a problem. So it's never no, oh, be worried about these spirits. That's not what I'm saying. Get control of yourself inside. And that's what it is. Wholeness.